What do you say, everybody? It's time for your favorite show and mine, my after-run beer review called Mick's Beer Review. And it's great to have all you guys with us for the show as we try to crank things back up and crank on season 3. So if you like the show, for those of you that don't know about the show, it started during COVID. And when everything else got shut down, we decided to have a beer after our run, talk about the beer, kind of give you an idea of what's in the bottle, because there's so many different beers that are out there right now that you don't always know what's in the bottle. So that's what we're going to try to do and do it in a different way. And this is the second show of season 3. But please like and subscribe to the channel. Be a part of Mick's Beer Review Show. Like and follow. We want you on YouTube. So if you're watching on any of the other platforms, go to YouTube, like and subscribe at Mick's Beer Review. And again, thank you so much for being a part of today's show. All right, let's talk about today's show, episode 241. So that's a lot of beers that we've tried, and we've gotten them from all over the country, and you guys have sent us these beers, and they've been amazing, some of them, and some of them haven't been so good. But for the most part, I want to say that the beers have been pretty consistent. It's beer, and I think we love beers. We drink it. We like the way that it tastes, right? Even if we don't like it, most of the time we can deal with it. And so today's beer, let me pop them up on the screen. There they go. It's called, from Pipeworks Brewing in Chicago, Water Balloon Toss Champs. It's an IPA. Got this at the local Piggly Wiggly here in Fairhope. And I was kind of intrigued by the cover. And they say, don't judge a book by its cover. And that's kind of what Pipeworks does. I mean, they make great covers. And as you take a look at the art on there, this is a brewery that's from Chicago, near and dear to my heart from my time spent in the Cubs organization. And since 2012, these friends dreamed of crafting quality beer and quality beverages, right? And so they put their first bottle cap on back in 2012. The brewery has garnered accolades for its distinctive beers and official artwork, thanks to a growing and enthusiastic team. So they distribute in Illinois and Milwaukee and Madison and New York and New Jersey and Pennsylvania and Rhode Island, blah, 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 blah. And somehow we got this, a 4-pack of this here in Alabama. So that's what it looks like. Pretty unique name. I wasn't really sure what we were getting with this beer. I'm going to show you what it looks like right there. And I was kind of curious, but it looked all over the net. Couldn't find the IBUs for this one. It is 7% alcohol, and that's for an IPA, pretty normal. And, when you go looking for a beer like this, it's a seasonal beer. Pipeworks Brewing, balloon toss, water balloon toss champions, right? There's the hops. Some pretty good hops in this one. I'm a big Mosaic guy. I like Mosaic hops. I think they, when you have a name like Water Balloon Champs, you're thinking it's going to be a soft IPA, because to be able to throw water balloons and not break them, you've got to be very accurate with your throws, and you got to kind of be soft with your throws as well. So as we get ready to try this beer, I want to throw something else up on the screen. This is the first time that we've ever had the beer cam. And so the beer cam right here is going to help you watch me crack this beer open, and you can officially grade my pour when I do that. So here's the beer can. Let me go ahead and pour it in. I got a basketball pint glass, since we're talking about the NCAA tournament coming up here. And this IPA right off the bat has a good smell to it, kind of a citrusy tangerine type of smell. And that's what we would expect, right? More of a summery than a block party. This hazy IPA gets an added bounce of brightness from tangerines. It's citrusy and definitely sunny, hopped with Mandarin, Bavaria, and Citra hops, along with Mosaic hops. This is a great one for those who like their juice but want their beer too. And look at this. It's definitely hazy. You can tell by the coloring in there on the beer can that it is going to be a beer that is classified as a hazy IPA, which what it is. So it makes a lot of sense. Really good smell. So this was canned in May, the end of May. So, you're talking about a beer that's pretty old now. But let's see what we got. May 26, 22. So this has been in the can probably a little bit longer than we normally like. So let's go ahead and try it. You got the beer cam. Now I'll pull the beer cam off and we'll do this together. Let's see what we got here. Definitely bitter. That's probably why it doesn't have the bitter tag on there, but definitely bitter. It is. I don't know. Like it's not my favorite, and that could be because it's been in the can for a long time. And when they send these beers out and they get to the local grocery store, freshness is probably something that they really want. But, it's hard for you as the consumer to really know what's fresh and what's not. I'm not really a big fan of this beer. I mean, it does taste like orange juice, which normally I do like, but it's very bitter. It almost tastes like the orange rind, like the orange peels, and not as much the actual orange juice in there. And then maybe that's what they're after. But I will tell you this. I'm not going to give this a very high score, but I'm going to give the brewery a high score just because everything that I looked at with these guys is cool, and maybe this isn't one of my favorite beers. This might be a really cool brewery to check out. In Chicago, there's some really good brews up there. Pipeworks. I love the can art. I like the whole concept behind it. I'm not a fan of this beer, and it also could be because this beer is really old. I mean, we're recording this in March, and this beer was canned in May of last year, so I'm sure it's past its freshness date. But the can art got me. And I saw this and I think that's why you do a show like this. You throw the can art on there and you want to know, hey, what's in the can. So I'm not a big fan of this one. Let's see, what kind of score are we going to give this one? It's not going to be one of my highest scores, but I'm not going to give it a low score either, totally low. I'm going to go with a 3.25. Yeah, it's a solid score. It's a solid beer. It's definitely soft, officially 7.2% alcohol. I love the can art. You get a little bit of that. I also got to factor in that this thing was packaged May 26th of 22. So it's an older beer. I picked it up at the Piggly Wiggly, like I said, not too long ago. But obviously the freshness of this beer is probably, it's not as good as you would expect. So anyway, look, thank you guys for being a part of this show. Please like and follow at Mick's Beer Review on YouTube. Go to YouTube, like and subscribe, be a part of this. If you're on Facebook and you're watching Instagram, hey, I appreciate you guys too. But I'm trying to get all this traffic to YouTube so we can build that up and make this something where we can do live shows and all that. So please be a part of it. Thanks for hanging out today. I'm going to try to keep on. I got a lot of really good beers coming up within the next week or two. So we're just gonna kind of do those and keep on rolling. And hey, thanks for being a part of the show as always. And we'll do it again real soon.